assignment, I asked my mom which recipe she would consider the best in terms of which recipe defines our family the best, and she automatically said homemade biscuits. And I don't think it's really about the recipe itself that makes it important, but it's more of the family history with it, because my great-grandmother used this recipe when my mom was a kid, and so my mom has memories of her grandmother making this food for her, and which is really special because she was really close to her. And I definitely feel like this food in particular the way we perceive it is definitely closely related to the French style of thinking about food. It's more about the social interactions rather than what we're actually eating or how much we're eating or any nutritional aspect related to food. And I also have this perception because I definitely remember my grandmother making these biscuits to celebrate Christmas, when we'd all gather together and eat a whole big meal, but those biscuits were always there. But I don't even think it's all about the holidays either. It's definitely about the family time. And so I remember my parents often making these biscuits on Sunday morning, so it was a time for all of us to reconnect, especially since I'm away at college. And so that time is pretty precious to us. And just, I feel like food is something we all can connect with in terms of just relating to each other. And it's just like a starting point, and then we go off on these conversations and whatnot. But in terms of how this recipe has changed over time, I think it has, in the sense that the way we produce or the way we make it is different than before, because my great-grandmother would always use her hands to make it because she didn't have the technology to do anything else. She was going to make it, she had to make it by hand. But my mom, on the other hand, she has access to a mixer, so generally she uses a mixer to help make this breakfast. But this represents how technology has become more important in our daily lives. And so when I think about how it's changed, I also think of how I could possibly change it, in the sense that since I've been in this class, I've actually been thinking more about health and nutrition and food, and this relationship to me is like, how does it affect me, what I eat? And so I've been contemplating ways to actually adapt this recipe to make it healthier for me. And so since there's only 3 ingredients, I don't think there's really much I can change, but I would definitely consider using like a lower fat version of buttermilk, or even substituting the white flour for one that's produced from whole grains. And so it would still have the same social values for us and same familial value, but it would change in the sense that it would benefit me in the long run, because it's more about health and, an improvement in health. Not all about health, but just a way to maybe become a healthier person. That way I can pass that recipe on to the generations to come.